Welcome guys to what is the last of the TTFL it's the last race of the TTFL. We're going to start with a sprint race, which is 25% of Jeddah, followed by a 50% race at Bahrain. So there is a reverse grid in effect from tier 1 and tier 2. So we've got, at the moment, starting at P1 is Cairo. That'll be followed by Deepski, then Curly, then followed by Mosha, then Big Pads, and then CK Crowd, the XC CK Crowd. I'm not too sure whether that's Carl or that is Mrs. I'm just going to call her Mrs. Carl. We've got Pepin, then Cons, Zodiac, and Martin, Speedy, Herbo, DXT Matty, Shonicus, Frenzy, and Moyland. So, quite a few of the drivers are using the Avara livery, which it's a great livery, but it's very cross between old Mercedes and Braun looking. So yeah, I do like the Braun, but It's no creative thought into the colorway. But we'll look into the driver's livery as we do start the race. Now guys, if you are able to, just drop a comment, let us know what you think, who you think is going to win it overall, and how you found the season, and whether you are staying on for the next season, which unfortunately I'm not. So here we go, we are lining up now. So that was a nice livery by Disky. Curly there. Is that meant to be gold? White and gold? Was it blue and black? Like the dress. So I can see quite a lot of pinks and purples and blues on the grid, which is nice for some people. Okay then. Now there's the planet. As we go, starting. There's 3 red lights, 4, 5. They're out. And it's 13 laps and away we go. So we can see there's an automatic drop down there by Curly, which is probably reserved look, and a little bit of an inside move there from Big Pads on Curly. Curly getting swallowed like a load of man juice in a Scouse club. He's getting rammed from the rear as well, so yeah, does sound like Curly on a nice house. So Con's made a few places, well, he hasn't made a few places, he's lost a few and then gained a few back, so he hasn't really moved up or down. 5-second penalty for Cons for cutting the corner, gained 1 place. I'm not too sure whether that was truthful, because he was already past Curly and he didn't cut the corner at that time. So a little bit of a glitch from the game there, but it looks like Zodiac's making the move on. I believe that might be Mr. Carl. Oh, a little bit of a touch there from Zodiac. A little bit dodgy swerve. But this is a really difficult circuit to really go to terms with. And Carl just broke a little bit late there and gave Zodiac a little bit of a love tap. Is it damage off? Oh no. Damage is on. Cons has lost an end plate, but it doesn't slow him down really much. Just might reduce his cornering ability, which hasn't really made much of it. He couldn't get enough speed through that corner. So all the cars are using their player liveries. So you can see there's the Aurora paint job on Cairo's car. Cairo's actually managed to give himself a bit of a safety distance from Deepski, so he's out of DRS, but Deepski is catching up. Big Pads there, closing in slowly on Deepski. So we are expecting to see a switch around for some of these drivers, such as Moyland should be gotten through. Hobo should be at the back like normal. Cons has dropped into the pits for a wing change. So Moshe, he hasn't gained or lost any places. But let's have a look at this livery. That's actually quite nice colours. I do like that. And let's have a look at Hepburn's livery. Quite a nice bold colour. They're very different, like a lilac colour. And it is penalties left, right and centre right now with people exceeding track limits. Zodiac in the white Red Bull. Just makes me want to yawn when I see it. It's like they're back when you're younger. You remember like dog turds sometimes were white. Well, that's exactly what I look at when I see it. Well, that's what I imagine when I look at that livery. It's absolutely a turd. I got Martin, nice colour scheme, with the basic livery, and Sonicus really did not have any inspiration really for that livery. It's very much like a old school McLaren. Martin's into the pits, so a few people jumped in the pits under the safety car. I'm not too sure why, because it's a bit early. So Speedy in an all black livery, very matte black look. Moylan's livery is actually quite nice. Black with a bit of like that gold colour is very nice indeed. And then we've got Frenzy with the black with the ice cream green lining, and a Hobo just being Hobo. He's losing it. Oh, Hobo. So, Hobo took out Martin, Moshe. Curly's facing the Cairo is facing the wrong way. Curly's almost got. Oh no, Curly! Oh no! Oh, poor Curly. We actually did well to get through that. It just couldn't handle the aftermath. So we do have a safety car, which will come in really well for drivers such as Cairo and Matty. We've all dropped back. Cons will catch up with the pack. Wow. Hobo. Tell us what happened there, bro. That was amazing. So, Big Pad's leading the way. Let's have a look at the tyres. So, Curly, I lost my back end. Yeah. I was on board when you managed to get through the chaos quite nicely. It was just the aftermath that just you couldn't handle. It's unfortunate, but fair play to you managing to get through that crowd. Hobo taking 2 drivers out. He was starting at the very back at Bahrain, which hopefully Bahrain's such a good circuit for Hobo. He's got quite a decent pace there, so should expect him to be moving himself up. This is actually quite a good indicator to see where some of these drivers from Tier 2 will be lining up along with some drivers from Tier 1. We do have the drivers such as Jonicus, Moyland, Speedy and Frenzy. Frenzy, absolutely fantastic start from Frenzy. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to add one person in. So that you can switch across anytime he wants. Hello, buddy. So, go on. Let me know what happened.
Well, I got disconnected, so I was a bit of a rush to get back in, charge it up the field again, and then lost the back end round the big hits. This track. Must have been around sector 1 somewhere. That was fine. I carried on going. Mrs. Cole took me. Carried on going. The back end went again because the tyres were overheating. And I again made contact with the wall. I was okay, but got collected by everyone.
Yeah, I was on board with you when you went wide at one of the corners and you got overtaken by Mrs. Carl.
Where we are now, where Big Pat is now, that's why I went wide. I rejoined, overtook by Mrs. Carl here. As I come around this corner now, the back end went, I hit the wall over there. I was still going, but it was just collected by everyone else.
Yeah, you kind of because you got spun out, you got Moshe hit you, and then Martin got caught in it as well. So it was unfortunate. And then Curly made an absolutely amazing move to get through because Cairo was facing the wrong way. Got all the way through it and then lost his back end and spun it out.
I'm looking forward to the next race though. I'm not a big fan of Cheddar, so I was a bit annoyed to be doing this track. I was going to go nose this today. I'm quite glad I didn't.
Yeah.
It's not very nice.
It's a tough circuit. There's elements of it that remind me of the Vietnam circuit. So it's like tight, twisty, and you've got to generate a lot of a lot of pace.
I've got more faith in the Bahrain circuit.
Yeah, well, I was just saying that before that you seem to carry a lot of better pace through Bahrain than you do at Jeddah. But Jeddah's one of these ones that does scare a lot of people, as we've got this safety car coming in now.
Yeah, they're just not used to it. That's the problem. It's just not been on camera a lot, and we think we only raced it. Well, we only raced it once, I think. It wasn't working the first season.
Yeah. But then, like, even with this season, it's still a bit off because Con's got a very bad penalty, and he didn't even do anything wrong. Yeah, I was actually on board with him when he got the penalty. He was like, oh, they didn't even overtake anybody. Yeah, he might have. Oh, see, the thing is, he's gone, but he hasn't lost his ski. But then he caught Shonicus out a little bit, so Shonicus might get taken by Moyland. Oh, what a move by Hepburn. Very brave. Not managed to get through, though. So Moyland's done well to defend that spot.
Champion, third place. Never won TTFL.
No, but he could have won it if he was attended all the races and didn't go through that really bad spell through the middle.
Yeah, hats off to Singh. Singh was an amazing winner.
He was very consistent throughout the whole.
Yeah, first time winner as
well. He's finally won something he should have won ages ago.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I tell you what, Big Pad is pulling away, you know. I was expecting this one up quickly, but Moylan now making a move on Shonicus. Quite a simple move there down the inside. I don't know what Shonicus could do, and now he's lining up Levski.
Yeah, I think Shonicus has basically allowed that to happen, knowing that there was no real reason to battle that, but it gives him that chance now to actually use Moyland as a tow. Tell you what, that was very nicely done by Shonicus. That.
Looking forward to Speedy making a possible move. He's got a very stylish all black car there.
Yeah, carbon black. It's very nice.
Very imaginative.
Yeah, just imagine. You just got to think like, wow, what creative mind went through that? I do like the colour scheme for Cons. It's got a very nice colour scheme.
Reminds me of a Williams.
It does, but Williams never wear gold, do they? Oh, that was between the three. So yeah, a bit of contact between Cons and Kyra. They got a bit close on that corner. Matty got like a little bit of a wing taken off. Well, Kyra's lost a couple of places for that, and now Frenzy is back. And is that Mrs. Carl, is it?
Yeah, Mrs. Carl's very good.
It's how you say it. Mrs. Carl's got a very, very switched on line. Quite a defensive line, but it's very good.
Yeah, she is a very aggressive driver. She is. Damage as well by losing his lines there.
Well, DXD Matty has definitely got damage because Mrs. Carl is just about to take that place off him.
And that'll be the second week he's lost as well.
Oh, tell you what, that was the perfect line that Mr. Carl's taken for a qualifying lap. A little bit wider off the apex, but carrying more speed. So, fantastic driving for Mrs. Carl right now.
Curly said, "What's wrong with sporting the livery?"
What's that?
Curly said in the chat, "What's wrong with sports in the livery?"
It was all right. It was actually quite. It's very different from the rest of them, which is quite nice. We do like that. But like, I think Moylan's got a very nice livery.
Yeah,
is that a preset livery? Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not.
I don't think it is. No, it's a nice gold. I like the gold.
Yeah, there's a couple of drivers with that kind of shade of gold that's really nice. It's really kind of like draws your eye to it because Big Pad's got a similar colour of his rear quarter.
Yeah, the big pads one, I think that is a made livery.
Yeah.
The default one. Well, not default one, the fan made ones, I think.
Yeah.
And then you got the the McLaren of Shawnikas again.
Yeah, the old McLaren. Then you got like Kyra's Aurora.
Yeah, Cairo's got a nice car. I like Cairo's car.
Yeah, but that's Aurора's livery that you get given.
It looks like, it reminds me of Braun GP.
Well, it's Braun crossed with Mercedes.
Yeah, it is nice.
That is what it is. I
So
do like Matty's.
Yeah, Matty. Let's have a look at Matty. Yeah, a lot of overtakes happening. There's the pit. Yeah, Matty's got a nice one. That is a nice one. Is that another bought one, or is that he designed that one?
I think it might be. I think it might be one. It's like you just got to change the colours, which is a very nice few colours that he's picked. I can't. Well, I don't know. I've not played the game enough to actually stay.
Our champion will be joining us, by the way, in the main feature race, along with Lee as well from our team. So that was good to see them too.
Yeah. So we have our champion and our resident ginger joining us.
Frenzy's got past Speedy there.
It was a very nice overtake by Frenzy. It was smoothly through the hairpin. No kind of like answer back from Speedy, to be honest. Now Frenzy's got this 2-second gap to catch up.
He's on them soft tyres, so hopefully Speedy can use Frenzy, just like you said, drag him along.
Yeah.
Frenzy is very quick. Like, I believe that if Frenzy qualifies and pitted on the right laps, you know, if he doesn't pit on safety cars weird times, he would have probably won the championship, or at least been a contender for it.
But the thing is, I think Frenzy's there basically. He's not really caring about the championship as much. He likes the challenge of making the overtakes.
Yeah.
And that's something that makes a great race, really, when you see that many overtakes. As Big Pads has jumped into the pits to put on the mediums.
Con's got Hepburn, and Hepburn got Con's back on the DRS, so Hepburn is back ahead. So Devsky right now leading the tier 2, sitting in thirds. Obviously Moylan leading the race, in leading our tier 1. Hepburn looks like he's coming in and out of section, or that could be me, I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen Cons going wide on that section there at the end of sector 1 where you crashed out. He kind of goes wide on those corners. But he needs to carry this pace through to see if he can get back at Hepburn.
We've got yellows. Is that? It's Speedy. Speedy's round. He doesn't look like he's out of the race though. It looks like he just stopped. Or is he out? I don't know. He's waiting for. Oh no, his wheels are moving. There we go. Oh, that's rear wing damage, surely.
Well.
Speedy back underway. BSC. Oh, full safety car. He pulled a full safety car out.
Yeah, that full safety car didn't come out until he smashed back into that other wall.
Yeah, now they've got to fix the wall for Speedy. Thanks a lot. Moylan's out. Shawnikas, I thought he would have come in, but he's chosen to stay out as well.
The thing is, like, you got to think like he's on medium tyres, and this safety car will be going in pretty much near enough straight away.
Yeah, you'll hopefully give the drivers enough chance to catch up anyway. They might have like a decent end to this little sprint. I'm looking forward to Bahrain. Bahrain will be a fun one. Why did they pick Jeddah, man? On all track, they picked Jeddah. Not a big fan of Jeddah.
Yeah.
Although we will be a little exclusive for your people in here. Next season, when we do run, we will be running 5 random sprint races throughout the season. They'll be decided by a spin the wheel.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to do some sprint races. Because the game doesn't give us the ability to do that. So that's how we're going to be, there'll be a one-shot quali just for the sprint race.
Yeah.
And then the sprint race onto the reverse grid for the main feature. There should be about the same time, I believe, as the normal full quali session with that 50% race. Should be about the same time. That'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. As Cons has now caught up with the safety car queue.
Just waiting for Zodak now, who's just coming. Not too far away actually, so they're going to all be together. Tyre choices, they want the same tyres.
Is Zodak an Arsenal fan?
I don't know.
He's got AFC afterwards. If he's an Arsenal fan, he deserves to be at the bottom.
Yeah, he does. Do you know what? Saying that, yeah, he probably is. I can't think of any other teams that are AFC.
Yeah, I'm trying to think myself and just can't think of any others.
Aldershot Football Club.
No.
I'm sure I saw wing damage there. I'm sure I saw wing coming off. Did I see wing damage? Or was that just the game just giving a bit of a nutty one? I'll jump on board with Devsky, as you normally do. I like how you do that. Jump on board third place.
Yeah, definitely. But then the thing is that it's like this is where we're going to see whether Shonicus can read Moyland. Like he should be able to read what Moyland's going to do.
Yeah, Devsky right now not warming up tyres, so he obviously is confident in his grip he's currently got. And Moyland's gone. I think he has slightly caught out Shonicus. Definitely
not enough
Devsky,
though.
No, Devsky doesn't get overtaken by Hepburn.
Hepburn's losing it a bit there. Oh, under braking. Hepburn's line is nice, but oh, come on, that was very good battle in there. Both drivers not even touching each other, side by side, and Hepburn had to back off a little bit there to get through that corner. There was no way the two were going to go around that together. And again,
I'd like to have seen HRC jump into this race.
Yeah. Yes, definitely, because it'd be quite interesting to see how he would have competed with the lower scale drivers such as yourself.
I still think. Oh, Speedy's out. Did he retire in the pits?
I think he might have done, you know. Yeah. It says 0 laps. Ooh, Hepburn cut that wall. I think they're concentrating too much on the defence, and Frenzy scared the crap out of him. And Hepburn's hit the wall, but Frenzy's sitting there just. Yeah, I don't think you want it. Yeah. But the thing is, Frenzy's might be in like he's being patient right now, waiting for that Hepburn again. That was all he needed. That's all he needed was that invitation. Come on. There we go.
Nevsky looks like another DXT Matty, already using deployment of the RS.
Yeah. Big Pad is looking to get past Hepburn as well.
There we go. Well, Brent is not using his deployment, but he's got it back now and goes attempting around the outside potentially. 4 cars, all 5 in the same place. Oh, it's left the door. Bit of contact again. They're going to go side by side. Matty's retired. It's a crash between Matty and Cairo there. Or they've retired in the pits, one or two. I'm not entirely sure. But Nevsky defended well. I think the attack from Hepburn.
I think they were both in the pits then.
Yeah, they're both retired in the pits. I think I was on about the battle between Frenzy, Hepburn, and Nevsky. I think, and Big Pad as well. I think that the attack that Frenzy was getting helped Nevsky out massively.
Yeah.
Retiring in the pits is a very strange one.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre. But like, Big Paz has now dropped down quite a bit. Has he got? He must have wing damage because.
I'm surprised Hepburn ain't got no damage.
Like Hepburn's now cut right behind Big Paz.
Here he is. He's all over the back trying to find a way through. So we'll go back. Moylan's back across the finish line. Go around one more point to navigate. Big Pad's very wide there. He's definitely struggling.
Yeah.
But, oh, here we go. Frenzy is going to overtake. So just going to throw out there, you know, tier 1, the 3 remaining in tier 1 are 1, 2, and 3. Moylan takes to win the race. Shorter just comes second. I want to keep watching this battle between these guys here as Carl gets past. Does she get past? No. What an end. That was a close end.
That was a close end. I think Cons he's lost a bit of wing there, coming around that last corner. But I think he's not having a good day, but then again, he's had the pace, he's had the battles. I've had a few comments from Curly saying Cons is cutting corners massively. Yeah, we did catch that. And Frenzy could get a podium, and he did. He got So, driver day, Moyland, of course, back to front, and then back to the back again.
And then he's going to be, well, not it won't be at the back, because obviously a lot of us DNFers will be at the back.
Yeah.
Cons will be starting the next race at pole, which will be good to see.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, I'll let you wrap up. I'm going to message more people to come on.
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll, dead quick, Moyland takes the win. We've got Shodaka second, Frenzy third, Deepski in fourth. Fantastic race by Deepski, holding off quite well at the front. Hepburn, Zodak, and Mrs. Carl all battle for the middle places. Big Pads in eighth, Cons in ninth. Could have got a bit higher up, but had a few incidents. Caro, Dixie Matty, and Speedy all retiring in the pits. Curly, Martin, Moshe, and Hobo all being killed by Hobo.
No. I was killed by a Moshi.
No. Oh, yeah, but you're the cause of that accident. You spun out, and he had no time to react.
I'm just saying, there was yellow flags waving. He should have been more aware.
Yeah, yellow flags waved for like half a second before he took you out.
Exactly, half a second's enough. No, it was a shame. You know what? Jeddah's a track where it's gonna cause incidents.
You come around that corner quite quick, and you were there. There was no chance to react. No one's fault apart from yours. You're the only person not to pit in that race as well.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to pit anyway. I didn't get the option.
So we are switching over to 50% race at Bahrain, which, as everybody knows, is a fan favourite for spectators and racers alike.
We've got 15 minutes before the next race will start.
15 minutes.
Or 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
That's a bit of a chunk of time, isn't it?
Well, we're trying to get more people in as well, and trying to get a more fuller session than we did. 16's good, but I want to trying to get 18 as well.
Yeah, we need to get Flea in here.
Yeah, we do. Where is that little Scottish ginger?
Numpty.
Oh, my finger's frozen. I think like getting frozen. That looks like I'm being a numpty. There we go.
So, what we got to say? Omar saying he's on his way. So Omar will be with us shortly. So before the next race starts, what are you looking forward to the most with the new game?
The new game, I'm looking forward to manual formation maps. I think that'll be interesting. That'll be good to see. Hopefully a fix to the game mechanics, which would be nice. Actually having the ability to turn a corner or to ride the curb without even having the risk of spinning. But I'm looking forward to the new challenge anyway. I want crossplay. That's the main thing I'm really looking forward to. Crossplay, which is hopefully going to come out sooner rather than later. It will just make this league so much more exciting, I think.
Curly's guy, I can't say that he's looking forward to the manual pit stops, which is great. Oh, I have been looking into this game more and more recently to find a reason why I would play it.
Itching to get it, that's what it is.
It's not itching to get it. It's like I'll try to justify if I'll get it, if I still get it or not.
Well, if you do get it, and you commentate on ours on a Friday, you can still jump into the RPR GP2 race like I normally do on a Friday night. So there's always that option. You can just jump in. That'll be something you can actually race rather than commentate.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like with this whole game, I've not raced many races. All the races I have raced have been terrible.
Well, the game's terrible. Let's just be honest.
The game was terrible. It was the game being that bad that made me not want to race as much.
Yeah.
But it's been absolutely amazing season to commentate on. Got to have been commentating on it on my own for a big chunk of it.
This is another reason why I want you to stay, because if you stay and it's not crossplay for the first season, but it's for the second, then the second season with the crossplay, you can potentially commentate with BitLake Barry, so you've got an Xbox point of view and a PlayStation point of view, all in the same stream. Yeah, I think it'd be brilliant. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It would mean obviously having to talk through Discord, but that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
But yeah, I think it'll be fun. But obviously we've got to work out the logistics behind that anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Or if we could find a way to get them to go basically chatting across platforms, that'll be great. Yeah, well, we'll see. I did look at the manual pit stops. I thought it was brilliant. I thought the chance of a pit stop error in career mode is good. I don't think it will affect online lobbies.
I think the way to do it is if you make a mistake on your entry, then you get put a slight bit further back in your pit box, or in your pit box in your in your grid slot.
Yeah.
So you lose out on a couple of feet instantly, which is in F1's quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Look, this season alone, like on PlayStation side, so it's been our biggest season. We had 2 tiers going, which is amazing. The records were broken as well. We had our history books come out today, so if you're not aware, you can check them out in the Discord. But a couple of key features, I've made notes of the ones that actually were broken. Moylan's got the fastest laps overall in one season. He's got 7. Non-human, the most poles. That's twice he's got that now with 7. Singh most podiums is 11 with 11 most podiums. No one broke the top 10 finishes with Jake. Jake holds that still with 19, which is a record that's going to be hard to beat. Most race wins is tied with Moylan and non-human, both on 6. Moylan this season is non-human from last. The most DNFers, who do you reckon that is, Gaz?
I'd say be you.
No, actually, I only got 3.
What?
Yeah, I only DNF 3 times this season. I didn't DNF that much.
I don't know. It'd have to be like someone who's always battling at the front when he's racing. Freedom.
Freedom. Did you guess how many he had?
12.
Or 11.
Oh, so close.
So close. Frenzy took the award for the best attendance, 100% over 24 races. So that was it. I had 23. I missed out on 1 race because I had Alex's family over, so I'm blaming her for that. Best winning streak still Moylan with 4. He got that this year. 4 races in a row he won. Most driver points broken this year with Singh scoring 288. And then the most team points is still held by me and Anthony with 401.
But just imagine, like you and Singh could have broke that most points for a team if you was a better driver.
If I was the driver I was when I got like that season with Jake when he scored 255 and I scored 154, like 154 I scored. Like that shows you how much I don't like this game. This game has just been a massive dip in my career stats.
It's also to show that we've actually got like drivers such as Moylan, Stronicus.
The drivers have improved massively.
Yeah,
brilliant. It is so much better. The standard of our league has improved by 10-fold.
Definitely, I definitely agree with you there because like you've got drivers such as yourself, DXT Matty, Jake, even Nevo. You've kind of like been drivers that you would expect top 6 positions and now fighting for the last podium point spot. So
yeah, it is. I said we got people like, unfortunately Greg has left, which is a shame, but aka LH, but people like Sean is coming in, Moylan's, Frenzy, non-human stepped up his game massively, which is amazing. Like you got people on the cusp, like someone that's joined late, like for example. SFR Martin, who's definitely got place, who joined the season late. He's got another one that could potentially ruffle some feathers, I think.
Yeah. And then we got these new drivers that are quite refreshing to have, like so Mrs. Carl.
Then you got tier 2. You haven't even looked at tier 2 yet.
Well, the thing is, like, you got drivers like Cons who dropped down to tier 2 just to run tier 2, and he's done an absolutely fantastic job with that. So hats off to the guy. He's
it. So hopefully,
Tier 2's been fantastic the way it's been got it back into, got it going.
Yeah, we're doing the same, like we're running evaluation races and we're doing like working.
You still there, Hobo? I think we've just lost Hobo. So yeah, we've lost Hobo. Just a few comments. So Curly's just reinforcing that it was 50%. It has been changed, and cons should be tier 1. Yes, cons should be tier 1, but cons ran tier 2 for us to get it going, and that was the reason why he was at tier 2. And it's quite good because it kind of gave a marker really for us to look at with the previous races to see which drivers we were looking at. Just answering yeah, just answered Kelly's thing saying cons should be tier 1. I was just explaining that cons dropped to tier 2 to just sort out tier 2 to get it going. It also gives us an idea when we're looking at the race results that we can actually see which drivers will be competitive in tier 1. So anyone.
Once the evals are done as well, like I said, we'll have to probably look for a new tier 2 host, but I can't see cons staying in tier 2.
No, because he is good. He's quite quick. Yeah, if we can get someone who's reliable, just as reliable as cons, that's willing to host tier 2, that'd be fantastic.
Right, guys, I will jump back into the other party. Hopefully, I won't be talking to you until the end of the race rather than midway through the start of it.
Yeah.
I'll say on your stream once again, thank you very much for the past 2-3 seasons. Like, it's been amazing having you commentating for us. I'm hoping I'm going to convince you in the next few weeks to get the game, but fingers crossed, it's not the last we're seeing of you anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll still be in the Discord. I'll still be taking the mic, and still got Among Us on Wednesdays.
And we can get you and racing. I'll try and convince you. But guys, if you're in this stream, don't forget to hit the like, hit that subscribe button, get Ferret way past 101. He deserves more than that. But guys, I'll talk to you after the race.
I just got Curly just saying, "Don't crash this time, Hobo."
I'll try not to. You, vice versa, by the way, Curly. When did you finish?
It was because of you. That's why you crashed.
Nah. Alright, in a bit.
Let's do the race. So we do have. Okay, we've got A1 Sub-Zero Exabyte as well, DXD Sing and Flea, who have joined us. They'll be starting at the back with the DNFers. So 19 drivers, absolutely fantastic to finish the season off. So we have the Ginger Ninja Flea, we have Tier 1 champion, and we have some absolute randomer at the end there. So it's quite interesting to see how these guys do now. So it is a reverse grid, so Moylan will be starting down at P9, which is quite bad that we've lost so many drivers underneath, down to the McLaren in the pit. If they carried on racing, they would have got like a good start. Yeah, guys. So just give us a comment, let us know what you're thinking. And you get cracking. So the race will be starting in a few moments. Kara's like, ready for the new F1, guys. I have not got it, and I'm not planning on getting it, Caro. This is my swan song, as it is, for now. I know Hobo wants to convince me to stay, but It's not likely it's going to happen. Be quite interesting to see what these new drivers' liveries are going to be like. F1 Manager, I'm telling you something, that is a very horrid game. I don't think anybody should be getting that F1 Manager game. Who really wants to sit there, tweak numbers to get results? It's like Football Manager, but less intuitive, less dynamic. You know, you're basically meant to be running a team, and it doesn't interest me. It's a great idea, but the whole thing could be done on a phone app. The game could be run on a phone app quite easily, and you probably could get a phone app game that's exactly the same. So, heading into Bahrain. Now, Bahrain, for all you guys out there, it's become the new Australia circuit. So this is where they kind of do a bit of testing. It's a circuit everybody loves. It's a staple point now. Whereas people used to basically go like, oh, which is Silverstone, Monaco, and Australia and Spain lap times. They now ask about Bahrain in that same category. It's an easy circuit for people to get a grasp of. It does have probably two difficult corners in the whole thing, which is turn 12, because it's got that death curve on it. What we'll do, we'll jump on board with Moyland, who's starting out at the front. So I think they can't change the grid round. Oh no, I think it's just a standard grid. So we've got turn 1 and 2 and 3, very close. This is where the point where we had the Grosjean crash, if people can remember that from a couple of seasons ago. Into turn 4 now. Obviously, this is the DRS straight. Second, you just have 4 DRS straights. It's now cut down to 3. Now we're heading into the Singapore-esque, well, not Singapore, sorry, the Silverstone-esque corners. Heading into turn 8. Turn 8. This is probably the second slowest corner. That leads into the twin point turn 9 and 10. So you want to be wide here, push further wide. You're not touching no apex on turn 9. Turn 10, late apex, you want to get ready for this DRS straight here. Use as much track as you can, because you want to do the fastest exit possible. Get yourself that speed ready for the 10-11 now, which is a swooping left-hander. So it's in and out, and then back in again. Ready for turn 12. That's turn 12. That curve on the inside there, you hit that there, you are spinning for 6. 13 is quite easy to unwide on 13, so you just got to be careful you don't put too much there. You don't accelerate too soon. Hammer it on down into turn 14 and 15. Again, 14, left-hander swooping round. 15, you do not touch that apex. You don't need to touch that apex. It's like turn 9, it actually hampers you going for that apex. So here we are tilting through the disqualified party. So A1 Sub-Zero with the basic livery. I do like Hobo's colour scheme, it's very nice. But Curly has gone for the Force India look, which it's nice, it's very different, but it's Force India, so we got 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. So drivers all filtered down, 19 drivers, very nicely done, into turn 1, into the Michael Schumacher corner, and Moyland out in the lead nicely. Well, it looks like all drivers are through. Very nice view from the back of Moyland. Oh, catastrophic! So, Hepburn's spun, Big Pads is out, Curly's out. Cairo got caught up in that again. Did Hepburn cause another crash? So Hepburn got told to go, he's put his back to Cairo. Hobo's up into P11. That's a fantastic start from Hobo. He's done. So Deep's got no wing, so he's going to have to get into the pits. But that livery is really nice from Deepski. So we do have a penalty for speed in the pit lane, typical. So Cayley's not happy, he's saying it's a fun race, why isn't ghosting on? TTFL don't do ghosting regardless whether it's a fun race or not. Yeah, I understand that it means that we do lose stud drivers to accidents. But it is a standard rule for TTFL not to do ghosting. So we've got these few drivers who have got to be catching up. So it's been only one lap and with first safety cars in. What first safety cars out, sorry? Well, let's see how look it. Let's get the flame show on, get the lap data. So tyre options, everybody's gone for medium tyres. Obviously, some of the Hepburn, A1, Speedy, Deepski. We're on the opposite. Matty with the soft tyres, being the only driver with the soft tyres that's not pitted. So quite a few changes. We've got Mosh who's up 8 places, Lee's up 7, Hobart up 8. Fantastic from those drivers. So we should be expecting the safety car to be coming in as Speedy and A1 do come in. Speedy going for the hard tyres. He's not going to go through the race with them. Might be a good advantage for him. And I'll leave you on board with Frenzy for a few moments. So James Brady just jumped in saying, what happens after turn 1, my friend? So James, as far as I understand, is that there was a little bit of coming together with some of the drivers. I do believe Steve Ski was one of them. Caused a few drivers to have a bit of an accident. Big Pads and Curly end up losing a wheel. And it was more at turn 3 rather than turn 1 or 2. So it was basically the same place where Grosjean went sideways into the wall. Not sideways through a wall, should I say. So yeah, that's the gist of what I could believe. It looked amazing at first because I thought all the drivers would have got through. But I think it is turn 3. So around turn 1, everybody seems to do quite well. Turn 2, it's okay. It's turn 3 where people try to drop up a position ready to go to turn 4, and that's where you may see, as you can see, we're back racing again, and Stornicus and Moylan are well gone. Cons is looking at that inside line from Cons. This is why Cons should be racing in tier 1. Absolutely fantastic move. So I was so gutted, love. So James, are you big pads? Are you, James? So you see, we've got Cons now up in P3, absolutely taking it to Frenzy. Now we know Frenzy's a very good driver. So Cons taking the initiative there. That's exactly why Cons should be in tier 1 with that move. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get on to Hobo. Now Hobo is following the Ginger Ninja, that is Flea. Now both these drivers did start in the back with Singh and Martin. So these drivers have done well to get themselves up. Obviously I do believe Hepburn, Steve Ski, Carlo, Speedy and Matty have been involved in minor incidents, maybe that major incident at turn 3. So you see, is that Hobo made the move on Flea? He was battling here with Singh. Singh's lost a place. And I think, is Hepburn lost the wing? No, he hasn't. It's just that wing blends into the road. Oh. Singh almost loses it, and Hepburn nearly loses his front wing to the back end of Singh again. And A1's gone really wide there. So is Hobo. Hobo's lost places. And it's not down to damage. I think it's just a dodgy corner that he's had. Heading into turn 10, missed that apex. That is a huge chunk of apex he's missed. His ex-teammate right behind him. Got Mrs. Carl now in P7, where she started. Very consistent driver is this Mrs. Carl. She makes the most of Moshe losing his wing. Tell you what, that is a very nice gold that Moshe's got on his car. So now it's kind of promoted. So he got to P10. Hobo's in P9 at the moment. Martin in P8. Our Frenzy's gone into the pits. There will be a few drivers jumping in the pits in quick succession. So Philnicus is taking Moyland, and Moyland's looking to take it back. Is it going to turn 4? Oh, it's so close. Philnicus right at the outside, done really well there to hold that position as it goes into the S-bends. Cons just steady stating in third. Looks quite content and happy in that position. Zolak in 4th. Mrs. Carl in 5th. Lee up into 6th with Martin right behind him. So things managed to get up past the Hobo, past Hepburn. Things looking to get past up to Martin and Flea. Flea's driving ability is very defensive. He is a very defensive driver. He does take the courageous moves as well, and I think Martin's slightly off the racetrack there. Could be getting himself a penalty in shortcomings. This is Carl. Losing ground to Zodak, but holding well with Lee right behind her. Can the Ginger Ninja pass Mrs. Carl? Mrs. Carl's grown that gap. As you can see, Martin's got past. Please gone on the inside. Very great move. I'll tell you what, Flea, that was an absolutely outstanding manoeuvre. And Martin into P6 there with that move on Flea. And these drivers are side by side. Martin definitely should be in tier 1 with Flea, with Hobo, with Cons. Because I could see these driving side by side a lot. A little bit of rough and tumble in that corner there, but Flea did well not to lose a wing or an end plate. Headband looking to get that move past Flea. There's a DRS train here now. Singh is up into P7 with Martin in P6. And A1 Sub-Zero is out. He's lost it at the end of the S-bends, which is... Oh, no! Mrs. Carl, no! Alright, Mrs. Carl is now dead. Mrs. Carl lost it at the death corner. And Flea picked up a penalty for hitting a dead car. Which is giving everybody opportunity to come into the pits. Stonicus, Cons, Moyland, Zodak. Speedy stayed out. Can't believe Mrs. Carl. Speedy stayed out and he's on those hard tyres. So it's only 4 laps old, those hard tyres. So it's not. He will get into the optimum range 4 laps earlier than Chronicus Moyland. Whether that is going to suit him better is what we're going to come the end of the race is where the question is going to lie, really. And Hobo's come out the pits now in 15th. Now, because it's a play cars, we do not know who shares what pit boxes. So, chances are Hobo would have been stuck behind another driver. So this has actually worked well for drivers such as Cons, effectively he's had an absolutely outstanding race today. Zodak in 5th. Doing quite well. Martin there as well. Frenzy on the soft tyre. He's going to have to pit again, so Frenzy's got to burn through these hard wearing tyre drivers and then ham to pit. Hepburn on the hards, Matty on mediums. Those mediums will do well. He probably will have to pit again. And then we do have Deepski and Singh behind Matty. It'll be interesting how that goes. Hopefully diving in the pits. That's Frenzy. Cairo's come out the pit on soft tyres. Let's see him do livery there from Cairo. P3 has a really nice livery. See, I think that gold is the gold that was standard on that livery. It's just the colours that the drivers have chosen to go with it, as differs with Moylan going with the black and black, and Con's going with the blue and white, which is actually a really nice colour. So we have a safety car in this lap. So let's get onto Moylan's. Now, it quite amazes me. So Zodak has picked up a time penalty for probably from when the Weaving really gone off track with Weaving. And Speedy's gone. But not gone far because Spolicus is right behind him. But Moylan is losing out a bit. Cons has lost a bit of ground to Moylan, but and Spolicus has made that move stick. Little contact with Speedy has given. Oh, Speedy's gone. How does Speedy not die? How does Speedy not die? That's amazing. Moylan's lost a big chunk of wings out. Get himself back on track and see if Moylan can get his save back into contention. Might be a pit for medium tyres for these two drivers. Sings dropped down to 13th. Cons has got Martin right behind him. Martin makes that. Is Martin going to make the move? He does. Little contact between the two drivers as Cons was trying to get into the pits. So Sholicus out in front by a good length. Martin P2, Zodak P3, Hepburn P4, Deepski P5, Matty P6. We've got Mosher in P7, Hobo up into P8, Flea P9. Flea's little dive bomb did not work there, but his brakes worked really well. Frenzy P10, we've got Sing in P11, Cairo P12. Cons down into P13 after having to pit. Moylan in P14. Is that Carrie got past Sing somehow? So these 3 seconds penalties that are getting picked up at the moment will make a big difference when it comes to the end. And another safety car because Carver's lost at the death curb again. Another driver dead at the death curb. I was just throwing an invite. Cairo, really effing deaf head. Cairo, set your party invite if you want to join us. You're more than welcome to. Hello, bro. How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
I am so pissed off and annoyed.
Well, you were doing really well up until that death curve.
Yeah, death curve twice, saved it, goes for the second time, not a chance.
Wow. Well, Mrs. Cole came down to the same sticky ending as you did then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, death curve does like to take people out.
It sure does.
So, how have you found the season with Tier 2?
But do you know what, mate? It's been great actually, to be honest. I've come across that racing completely different drivers at a different level is tough, but there's been a few that I've really enjoyed driving against as well.
Well, that's
fortunately, I won't be racing for TeaTime Friday next season.
Oh no.
I'm going to be doing commentary for GT7.
Oh, very nice.
So doing it for Rainer.
Nice.
So I've just got to get GT7 sorted out, and then I can get sorting this out.
Well, I wish you all the best for that. Yeah.
I might try and join one of your races during the week, because I only race on a Monday and Luke on a Friday. So might have a little word with Mr. Hobo.
Let's see what's available. Well, you could always join the games night on a Wednesday night. We play Among Us mainly.
Oh, don't like it.
Oh, don't you?
No.
No. Well,
it's all about Fall Guys at the moment.
Oh yeah, well yeah, so it's not free on PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, so it's great. Yeah, well, thank you for joining me, because this is potentially my last ever commentary.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Not likely to get the new game, so. So yeah, it's quite nice and quite appropriate that you're the one to join me.
Yeah, awesome.
So yeah, just about to do this safety car restart now. So you know some of these Tier 2 drivers. So you raced against Zodak and Moshe.
Yeah, and Cons as well.
Yeah.
Hepburn.
Yeah. So as we do start, I do believe that's shorter, because there's done a fair holding back.
No.
So how good are Zodak and Moshe?
Zodiac's pretty clean. It can give you some great work racing as well. So
that's brilliant.
We'll have to see what Zodiac can do at the moment with the white Red Bull.
Yeah, it's I got a feeling that these two, Zodak and Moshe, could be moving into Tier 1 next season. And do you think they'll do well against drivers such as Shaunicus, Hobo and Flea?
I think they will, yeah. I think they'll give Hobo and Moylan that great battle ending that call in the next season when it starts. So
well,
I think it'll be another great season again, providing Moylan don't dominate again.
But Moylan didn't dominate. he went through a really bad patch in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, Mosher's spun out and he's collected Flea.
Oh.
The death care really got to Mosher, but somehow he survived it.
He survived it, yeah.
Oh, I'll be honest, mate, earlier on, Speedy had an absolutely fantastic yeet at 10-3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was surprised he survived it. He hit that wall so hard.
Well, I will also say as well, apart from having the instance with the death grab, I was running with side-shot damage all the way around the car.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that kind of didn't help either.
Yeah, because you did have a bit of contact with a couple of drivers earlier.
Yeah.
So that could have caused the issue. You got Nevo going, Flea will be fuming, so yeah, Flea will be. We'll need subtitles for what he's saying. Yeah. The subtitles will just be all blocked out and bleeping because we know Flea just swears like to high heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So we had the great we had LH with us for a few races in Tier 1.
Yeah.
And he did fantastically well as always. And now he's going. He's racing. He's going to be racing the GT7 League.
Yeah. Yeah, GT7 League on a Friday.
That's brilliant. The thing is that with the GT7 being a completely different style of racing, you're going to find different drivers are going to be doing really well on it, especially if they're putting the hours in. With LH, you might be splitting between the F1 and GT7, depending on if he's getting a new F1 game.
Yeah, he'll be getting a new F1 game. I'll be getting that as well. And also, I'll be switching most places as well.
Ooh.
So I'll be going with no TC and potentially no ABS.
Oh wow, I remember when I went to no TC on the last game, and it was tough at first, but then I got used to it. I started doing well. But like once you spin once, that's it. You're spinning forever.
Yeah. You just got to keep patting that like yourself.
Yeah. So right now we've got Seanicus. He's building a small lead up. Martin in P2, a fantastic race for Martin. Zodak in P3, and then Hobo in P4. And Hobo's looking fiery right now.
Yeah.
13 laps to
usually Hobo's struggling sometimes.
Yeah, Hobo's had like.
Hobo. Don't take his arm.
No, well, to be honest, it's truthful. Hobo has had a really, really bad season. He blames the game. He blames other things. The one thing he hasn't blamed is himself.
Yeah. It looks like he's looking to make a move. That was a nice move there from Hobo.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic move to get him into P3. And it's like, it's not just the move that he made, it's the move and the gap he's built up behind him. Oh my goodness, Zodak and Hepburn are crashed out. It looked like they locked up together in the S-bends. I just managed to jump onto Hepburn as they both hit the wall.
Oh, that's nasty.
So now, safety car out. Well. Well, this is lined up perfectly for Flea.
Yeah,
because he's got a wing change to get.
Fresh tyres.
Fresh tyres, yeah. Soft to the end, maybe, if you manage them well.
Yeah, soft to the end if you manage them well.
See, like Flea's now got half a lap.
3 laps behind the safety car, so yeah. Guaranteed to go to the end on those.
Yeah, if he doesn't ruin them with warming them up, he's just got to keep it smooth. He's got half a lap to catch up with Moshe. and he'll be told to hold off, so Moshe can get round into the pits and out again before Lee gets there.
Yeah.
Well, Martin stayed out.
Yeah, Shawn is pitted.
Herbo stayed out. Yeah, their medium tyres will get them to the end. Well, Herbo's going to be struggling a bit near the end. They got.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but doable.
Yeah,
So it's building because fresh.
I think medium tyres will struggle to try and get to the end, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we're going to be adding on 12 laps minus 2 for the safety car, because it's like you wear a third of it rather than a whole lap's worth. So you add on a lap, should I say, not 2 laps. So looking at what you're looking at 9 laps on top. So 17 laps. Can medium tyres do 17 laps? I don't think they can.
No, I don't think. No, I think they might have to.
I think they'll struggle.
They'll struggle to get them to the end.
Yeah.
Unless another late safety car comes out, then.
Or you just manage them like crazy, like Thierry did a while ago.
Yeah.
So we are waiting just for Lee, Cons, Moshe to close that gap. Ugh. It's a nice race. It's a nice race to end the season on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see Curly briefly for the races.
Yep. Yeah, I think he wanted Ghost switched on as well.
Yeah, he did say that in the chat, and it's a TTFL rule that there's no ghosting. It's not like some of the other leagues that put ghosting on because a lot of drivers can't handle the wreckage or really slow moving cars or that. Yeah. It's a standard rule. A lot of that some leagues have it on, some leagues don't. TTFL is one of those leagues that doesn't have it on because we believe it's meant to be a bit more realistic and gives drivers a challenge to avoid cars, especially when you're lapping them. That's where we think about it. You shouldn't be able to go through laps of cars. You should be you should basically be able to make a pass on them, because I made that mistake racing the classic cars 2 seasons ago, trying to go past Ash Australia. I was lapping him because I was in third. I don't know how I'd done so well, and then lost the car because no TC and trying to pass a car. It just didn't work for me. I was useless, and I just lost the car.
I'll tell you what though, I do miss racing the classic cars.
That is one thing. If the classic cars were on this game, I think I would have raced a lot more, because I absolutely loved racing the classic cars. And it doesn't look like they're going to get the classic cars back again.
No.
So it's unfortunate, but we're still waiting for Lee to catch up. So one more lap with the safety car.
Right,
So
I'm going to let you crack on, and I'll still watch while you're going off. But it's been nice talking to you, and I'm going to be sad to see you go.
yeah, well, I may pop up somewhere in the future. We'll see. But thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for all the commentary that we did together over the seasons. It's been a pleasure, man. And Thank you very much.
Yep, alright, see you soon.
Try, bro. So thank you, Karen, for joining us there, and we are 10 laps away from the end of the season, the end of this end of season showdown. And we've only got 11 drivers left. Lee has pitted again by the looks of it to get himself fresh soft tyres. Getting punchy. Moylan's pitted, Cons has pitted, so these drivers are looking to get their best out of that car. So Martin, Herbo, Matty, Singh, Sonicus all on a medium tyres, Frenzy on softs, Deefsky on mediums, Moshe, Cons, Moylan and Flea jumping on the soft tyres. Flea's Halo saying engineered insanity. Don't know anything that be engineered with Flea. So insanity is definitely something that you can relate to Flea, but nothing's engineered, nothing's calculated in that mind. A lot of drivers have used that engineered insanity. So let's get on board with the XT Matty. Been a while since we've seen Matty at this kind of position, with the new drivers appearing and the new regulations of the car. It's been a solid battle from the XT Matty, but hoping the next game we'll see him battling more in further positions, maybe get the win every so often. So here we go. Martin is gone, Herbo is with him, but not staying with him, and Matty's losing a bit of ground. Sting's got Shaunicus right up his tailpipe, and Shaunicus is lunge is he's taking DXT Matty with him, and he's slowed down, and he's allowed Matty to get back in front. So the lunge from Shaunicus has sent him to the back. Sting's allowed Matty to recover gracefully, even though he's put himself at the mercy of Frenzy. And now this Frenzy and Cons are battling. Cons with a nice land into turn 10, but the inside, a little bit of a yeet from Frenzy. Is that a wing end plate? Who's the end plate come from? Definitely see someone's end plate coming off. I thought it was Cons, but Cons still got his end plate on. Cons looking very, very punchy right now, as he's got Frenzy there. Got Moylan right behind him. Moylan's done well on those soft tyres. Singh looking to get past Massey. Cons on the inside. Tell you what, that was a fantastic move by Cons. And he's lined himself up for turn 4 on the inside of Matty. A very good move from Cons indeed. Singh has got a bit of work to do to catch up with Herbo. Herbo's got a lot of work to do if he wants to beat Martin at the end of this. So I can see Cons picking up another time penalty if he carries on riding the curves of that. Cons taking as much as he great as he can over that line. I tell you what, he's risking it by running that curb. That little touch of curb there, and Moylan over that white line Definitely would have got a warning for that. DRS has been enabled, so Martin's made the distance away from Hobo. Hobo's got a good distance from Singh. Cons is keeping Singh within DRS range. As you can see, he's closing in very quickly. Cons is doing fantastically well, keeping up with Sting. Moshe closing in on Matty. Or is he losing ground? Matty's got a better life in his S's. Spencer seems to be losing a bit of ground to Moylan. Moylan catching up with Cons, who is right behind Singh. Tell you what, that line that Cons had to go through to 11 there seemed a little bit quicker, but lost it going into 10 as well. And there you go, picks up another time penalty. Does Cons. And there's nothing much more the Singh can do with that because Cons is not in P3. And he is catching up with Hobo. Moylan picks up a 3-second time penalty. And skips past Singh as well at the same time. Sure, because picks up the fastest lap with a 28.7. So he's just taking the fastest lap away from absolutely everybody. Singh probably will get P2 with the penalties that everybody else has got. Frenzy picks up a 3-second time penalty, and I think that is his first one. So, you know what, let's have a look. Penalties. Cons with 11 seconds. I do believe 5 seconds of that will come off. Hobo with 5 seconds. I do wonder where he got the 5 seconds from. Moylan with 6 seconds. Cons takes P2 from Hobo. That was amazing. I'm completely bewildered how that happened. Because now Hobo's got to hold off Moylan, which is not going to be easy because Moylan's got the soft tyres. Moylan survived somehow. So, what it's going to look like, it's going to be close to find out who's going to get P3. But Singh will get P2 just with the penalties going. So let's take the penalties out. Flea with 5 stops still gets P6. Frenzy on Sing. Side by side, going into turn 4. On to lap 26 of 29. There's 4 laps left to go. Or 3.5. And Martin. It looks like Martin could be struggling here at the end. Switching across there. But Collins has had a fantastic race today. Done really well. Fortunate about the penalties, but that's the way it is. Howard's closing in. That's the thing right behind him, the 2 teammates for Alfa Romeo. And then you got Sing and Frenzy. Frenzy on the inside, Sing on the outside. Sing on the inside, Frenzy on the outside. And it's back and forth. These 2 drivers, they know how to drive. And a little bit of coming together, and I think Sing allowed Frenzy to get past with that little collision. Respect to Sing for that. But also needs to know if all I have to do is just sit in front, look at behind tight, and I'll jump in front when it comes to penalties kicking. First thing there, been absolutely fantastic. Not to have a penalty. Lee again, another driver without a penalty and 5 pit stops, 2 of which is not his fault. You take away those pit stops, put those 2 pit stops that he didn't need, and he would be winning. And Cons as well. So if we had 6 seconds on, it'll be 8, so he's going to go in his P6. Hobo will go down to P6, so it becomes P5. Frenzy right behind Hobo. I think it'll be Martin, Sing, Frenzy, and it'll say Hobo. Oh, we've got Lee as well, sorry. These 2 drivers battling that is very great to see, as Hobo is looking to get back in front of Frenzy, and he does for a brief moment. So we are on the final lap now. Morgan picks up the fast lap of 128.3. And Moshka has retired on track. Luckily it's just the end of the race. So Martin wins followed by Cons, but that will switch in a moment. So it's, if we take off 5 seconds from Cons, it's Martin, Sting, Frenzy, then Cons, then Fleet, then Hobo, Matty and Seanicus. Moylan doing donuts. Thank you, Moylan, for the share button. Well, guys, that is the end of an epic season with TTFL. Same driver of the day with DHC Sting. I'm actually going to give it to Cons, because Cons had an or Hobo, because both of those drivers had a fantastic race. Was so the thing like, but it's very rare to see a Scottish guy at the top step of the podium, but it's a very well welcomed. So guys, I'm taking second, got a bullshit 5-second pen for overtaking, slow Sting with no yellows, fair enough. Well, thanks for the comms, Ferret. Nice to finish out with a fun race. Well, thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. If I manage to get the game, I'll come back again, but it's unlikely. Also, just want to say that Cons needs his 5 seconds removed for that bullshit call penalty that he got for crashing into a dead Mrs. Carl. But that was fun, guys. It's fun to watch. Thanks for everybody joined in. Thanks for everybody who's commented. I do appreciate everything, all the subscribes, all the likes. Yeah, until next, until sometime down the line, maybe. Goodbye, guys.